Welcome to Slow Lane Trucks. I am in Bend, Oregon. I just purchased this truck sight unseen. Will it make it 3,500 miles all the way home to New Hampshire? I don't know. This might be a tough one. It's got the chain though, in case anybody wants to tow me. Ugh. Tires, which we have. At least there's no rust. It's got the chain in case you need to get towed. That's fine. These mirrors are cool. Look at this. It's got this like the Sharpie pinstriping. Ooh, look at that gas cap. That's fancy. I don't know. Supposedly the heat works. That's not a good sign. Open the glove box. What's in the glove box? No glove box.
No gloves or box.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I think the headliner has seen a little bit of water. Careful, careful. Don't break anything. This horse shifter is pretty fancy.
Get the lighter.
Pull that out. I wonder if that works. That's the ashtray. You can't get to the bottom of it because of the...
For the CB radio?
Yeah.
And it's got a key lock on it. So we could take it.
That's crazy. Maybe there's some treasure in the ashtray.
That's perfect.
There you go. That's going to end up coming down on our heads.
I think you might want to take that out.
What's that?
Notice of transaction submitted DMV. 2005.
I think it said the registration was 2006 on this, the last time I was on the road.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, Alice Chalmers? Like a farm thing? Tractor or something? Was this the cigarette lighter? Did it just break? Oh, it's just an old one. Crazy. Oh, the handle's missing. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna fix the handle right now, your window handle. Fixed. Let's try this again. Oh yeah, there's mitts. That won't go up. All right, what do we got in here? Some old trash. Sweet, dude. Store all that crap in here.
Check the door lock, see if they work.
Oh, good call.
They just went up in price.
Yep. A little bit of oil in these. I think that's supposed to go here. Look at that. That's too bad. At least it's only flat glass. I think that vise is a little stuck. Get a free bungee cord though. Did you look in this yet? Oh, look at that. That thing's mint. Put a new handle on that, you'll be good to go. Already coming with tools. Look at that. Thing's mint. A bunch of old wood. A rake. Put our spear back. So the kid said he did a bunch of work to this. New starter, new carburetor, oil change, obviously new starter solenoid. You gotta adjust his belt. So we can put a fuel pump on it. Spare key. Well, might as well get to work on it, huh? Well, first things first, the battery got stolen out of this. So you can throw a battery in it. Close enough. Tighten the alternator belt. Put some fuel in it. This thing supposedly starts and runs. Put coolant in it, that's a plus. I was told it was just about out of fuel. Oof, that smells pretty old. Well, apparently it's not out of fuel. This thing was like full. No headlights. Air pressure gauge is in the foot. Lights. Yeah, the brake lights, the switch is like way out of adjustment. So there's like, it was just holding the light on. So now I'm just trying to adjust it, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. I'm trying to get this thing unplugged. You have to unplug it in order to adjust it. Maybe not. Come on. There it is. Bet you that's it. There. Okay, that's it. Okay, cool. That's done. Just adjusting the alternator. New belt, but needs adjustment. That's close enough. Close enough for the girls' eye date. Things coming together. Slowly, it's coming together. we're gonna have some major oil leaks on the way home. The side covers on this are leaking really bad, and the fuel pump, the old fuel pump, is leaking pretty bad. I think that's probably the majority of the leak. That choke never opened, so I'm gonna wire tie that so that it's stays open. I'm gonna start zip tying the crap out of stuff too, so keep it from rubbing. Look at that. Actually fits. Better than nothing. Need like 3 more of those. Is there more?
No, not really.
Hold on, I have an idea. Since we don't have any power tools. Flex lines are pretty sketch. Fine. It's fine. Just don't look. I should have never looked. That's the problem. See, if you don't look at it, then it's not a problem, right? What's the saying? Ignorance is bliss. Why didn't you bring your cordless Milwaukee stuff with you? What do you think? You think this is going to make it? I like your optimism. That's why I bring you along. Maiden voyage.
All right, how you feeling?
Power brakes work.
Oh, we didn't do the brakes, did we?
I don't know if we need to. They seem to be okay. That's not good. Can't see shit. So far, so good. First gear sounds terrible. The clutch is meh. Steering wheel's a little off. So far, so good. Hit the brakes. The right indicator doesn't work. Feels like the rears are not doing anything. Feels like it's only braking on the front brakes. Oh, we gotta lube that too. Oh, all I smell is mouse piss. Air freshener, put that on the list. Feels pretty good. It's a little wandery. I think probably a lot of that is the bed. The utility body's so heavy that it's like, kind of drifts, you know? It's got all the gears. I have no idea where I'm going. Cleaning stuff. We need to get some cleaning stuff. Are you mapping us?
I am happy. How does she feel?
It's acting like it's getting fuel starved. Which is kind of weird. mean, it could be that super ancient gas that's in it.
What's the clicking noise people are hearing?
That's the clutch. The clutch needs to be lubed. It's getting stuck and then releasing. Is this?
How's it shifting?
Shifting pretty good. First gear sounds terrible. There's something wrong with first gear. I think it's getting fuel start.
Think it's old gas?
Could be old gas. There's a filter there, like a little filter. It could be the filter's clogged. The tank did not look super happy. So I think I'm going to buy a fuel filter for it. Okay. Get one that you can actually see in.
What are you running for tires?
I don't know. Tires, rubber ones, black ones. Round tires, the round ones.
What did you have on it?
They were like less round. Yeah, this thing's dying. Having a hard time. This way? Well, we made it 10 miles. We still have a lot of work to do on the truck, but we are both pretty cooked for now. But it's running and driving. Definitely has a few issues. Got some sort of fuel issue that we have to deal with. But that's tomorrow's problem. So, yeah, until tomorrow. There she is. Still here. Ooh. A little bit of a leak. Oil. Still got a bit of work to do this morning. Hoping to really put some miles in later today. So, all right, first start after our 10-mile drive. We gotta get a manual choke for this. Might have to ether it. Oh, close. It's a little chilly. I had the choke wired open because it wasn't opening at all. It's warmed up. Oh, shit. There it is. Sweet. This thing's so quiet. It's so quiet. I'm so used to the diesel where I have to like put earplugs in at all times. Look at that. Sweet. Gotta fix that too. Alright, now we wait. Gotta figure out a knob situation for the wipers too.
How'd you get them to work?
Vice grips. That first gear started to sound a little bit better. It doesn't sound as whiny. Cool. We made it. 1/16 of a mile to Nampa. All right. It's like the plastic is super brittle. We hadn't checked the fluids because it was on a slant, and we knew we weren't going very far. So now that we're on a level parking lot instead of the dirt, I wanted to check all the fluids. That's got oil in it. Let's see what that looks like. It's very full. This looks aerated, oddly. This was a Giro. That's fine. I'll leave that. I want to check the front rear ends too. It's pretty low. I'm going to leave this one. It's full. It has oil-like substance in it, but it's a lot of work to change the oil in this because you got to take the whole diff cover off. There's no drain. All right, just going to check the back, and then if the back is good, all we got to do is buy some oil for the transfer case. Oh no! I put a Allen head socket on that, or a X socket. That's unfortunate. That means I have to buy a fucking tool. And I should probably check it because it doesn't look like it's been off in about 1,000 years. Back at it, had to buy a socket set. I was doing a shorter run, I wouldn't care about the oil in this. But since we're going to be putting some pretty heavy mileage on this, definitely want to make sure there's at least something in it. Yeah, there's something in it. It's kind of gross. Definitely could use a change, but I think I'm going to run it. Crap, where'd my fucking, oh shit, where'd my hose clamp go? Get off. I think the problem is this is a 3/8 line, and I'm putting a 5/16 fucking thing on here. Alright, so we just thrashed on this thing a bunch in the O'Reilly's parking lot. I've already forgotten half the stuff we did. We checked all the fluid levels, topped up the transmission, the transfer case, removed the CB thing so we could open the ashtray, hoping for some treasure in there, cigarette butts. We got the cigarette lighter working, which is now not working. Or is it unplugged? Oh, I see. That's working. Could not get the gauges working. I gotta look into that a little bit more. Found a knob. Thank you, O'Reilly's, for the knob for the wiper. Got a window handle instead of the vice grip. They actually had that in stock. Nice. So we got our GPS thing set up. What else did we do? Cleaned everything. Spilled a bunch of gas on myself when I changed the fuel filter. That was fun. Now it's time for coffee. And we're going to try to hit the road. We still have a fuel issue where it feels like it's starving for fuel. The tank is completely full of really bad gas, so we kind of have to burn through that to sort of eliminate that as a possibility. But I put a fuel filter in it in line, just a fuel strainer, to see if there's anything in the fuel tank that's like rust or anything. It's getting into it and blocking the main filter that's on the fuel pump. Bought a choke kit. We haven't put that in. Got a fuel regulator. We got to put that in. But we really need coffee, so that's first. So we'd also like to put some miles in because we're still in Bend, and it's now something like 10 o'clock or something. So yeah, we gotta hit the road. So it just died on us, for real. It's just massive fuel starvation. It's just not getting any fuel. So either put the fuel filter in. There's a little bit of crud in it, but it's not clogged or anything. That thing is pumping, but I'm suspecting that there's either a clog from here to there, or that little filter that's on the fuel pump, it's clogged. So we have to look into that. So first step will be to remove the line and just make sure it's actually pumping. So that's the next step. But right now we need coffee, so we're doing that first. Yeah, there's like normally that a bunch of fuel pour out of that thing. So I'm guessing it's from here back. It could be the pickup tube in the tank as well. So it's flowing slowly. Okay, go turn the key on. All right, shut it off. Yeah, it's flowing very slowly. Let me block this. Sediment. This filter is clogged. So I think what I should do, I need to spin this filter off, try to eliminate it. I think that the regulator that we got came with fittings. I need an adjustable. Oh yeah. All the rust in there. Yeah, it's all sediment inside of there. Well, that's easy. Ugh. Fucking hate gasoline. All right. Let's see if I have a fitting for this. Also, don't ever use Teflon tape on your fuel stuff, because this stuff doesn't dissolve or anything, and this stuff can get into your fuel system, and you could be chasing blocked something or other in your carburetor for forever, because you'll never find this tiny little piece of Teflon tape like this that'll inevitably go through your fuel system and jam something up. If I have another fitting, this is a 1/8 pipe. If there's a 1/8 pipe in that regulator kit with a barb, I'm just going to put a 1/8 pipe, and I'm going to put that other fuel filter that we have in line with this. Just eliminate this whole thing. So I bought this fuel regulator because fuel pumps, sometimes, most of the time you can get away with it, just running the fuel pump directly, the electric fuel pump directly to the carburetor. And they only put out like 6 pounds of PSI, or 8 pounds or whatever. But some of them put out too much for the carburetor, so it inevitably overflows the fuel bowl because it bypasses or just pushes open the float. So that was part of my suspected issue with this, is that it was overfueling, but it turns out it's underfueling. So we probably don't necessarily need this fuel regulator. We might end up putting it in after the fact, now that we'll have full flow, but hopefully this new filter solves the problem. And I have some pipe dope for this. This is basically liquid Teflon. This won't clog your fuel systems. High temperature thread sealant. You know, when they call these Highboys, they mean it in a lot of ways. This thing's really high off the ground. I'm precariously balanced on the bumper. What do I do with my knife? If this solves our fuel problem, which I think it might, we are going to hit the road and blast the hell out of Bend. That'll work. Mint. FM. You know what FM is? Fucking mint. Fucking mint. That's when you know it's really mint. Extra mint. Alright. And there's less of a kink on that rubber hose. Sweet. Alright, moment of truth. Good, man. Sweet. As my astute co-pilot just observed, you can see that there's some really gnarly chunks in the fuel filter already. What'd you ask how I was feeling? Feeling good. It didn't crap out on the way over to get air, so that's a win. We're about to get on the highway, see if we can actually do highway speed. That'll be interesting. Oh, see if you can focus in on this. This is really funny. This is the tag that's on the keys, the green weenie. We've been calling it the green monster. Both are pretty good, I think. I don't know why they said weenie. Weenie, like a Wiener Schnitzel. All right. All right, finally on our way. It seems like we got the fuel thing situated. The fact that the fuel filter was completely chock full of rust might have been the issue. So yeah, 126 miles to our next turn. We just rolled out of Bend, Route 20. We're doing it. Ah, I spoke too soon. Are you serious? God damn it. Locked before that pump. Fuck me. Yeah, it's not sucking anything. Unless there's shit in this line. It's not, yeah, because it's not even pulling it. It's not pulling anything through it. Alright, plan B. I'm gonna drive it, see if I can get it up to that other spot so we're off the highway. Alright, what are we doing here? Yeah, look at all that fucking shit in that fuel filter. Fuck me, man. That's gonna be a bitch. Gonna be just chasing this the whole fucking time. Alright, so we made it about 2 feet and this thing got clogged again. So it's clogged, got immediately clogged. So I'm just running a fuel line from the tank but up off the bottom of the tank. I'm assuming that the pickup tube is probably rotted along with the little filter that's on the pickup tube. So I'm hoping that this is enough to keep it off the I might be able to just reuse this filter. Let's try this. I'm just gonna run it like this. Where's that clamp? Oh, so clogged. So much crap in this. So wait, did I finish saying what I was gonna say? Basically, the hose is just off the bottom of the tank, so ideally it doesn't pick up all the crap on the bottom of the tank, and hopefully that's enough to do it. Current situation: fuel hose out of the tank, keep it off the ground, off the bottom of the tank, hopefully off that rust. I'm going to try to get to a store to see if we can get for like an auxiliary fuel tank, and just run a hose directly into that. But what's the quote from Yvon Chouinard? The adventure only starts when everything else goes wrong.
Has anything gone wrong?
Yes, everything. Well, just the fuel tank. So we are en route to another O'Reilly's because they have a fuel tank for a pickup truck in stock for short money, and we're just gonna throw that thing in the back of the truck and run a hose to that, because this tank that we're running is so full of rust that it's constantly clogging fuel filters. And so right now I just have a hose run into it, and it's off the bottom of the tank, but that's just not going to work. It's just not really feasible for any long-term driving. So we're going to try to throw a fuel tank in the back and see what we can do. All right, so this is our setup. We got this fuel tank here from O'Reilly's. It's actually a Ford tank. Stuck this in the back. Thing's brand new. Found this fill neck hose. Got this little cap here, so we don't have to stick a rag in the thing. This is just bungee corded up so it doesn't flop around. Go inside here. So this hose here is that's what's going out to the carburetor. Just kind of stuck in the bottom of the tank. We actually have a grommet there. They just stuck it through the grommet, and that actually worked really well. It's nice and tight, and then the tape is literally just to hold the hose in place, and then you can see it's just kind of like zip tied up in place. And then to fill, they didn't have a sending unit, not that I needed one, but at least something to fill the hole. So this is actually just a piece of plastic that I cut out of, let me show you, an oil can that we found in the trash. So hopefully that doesn't leak too bad. So that's the plan. Hopefully this solves the issue of the rusty fuel tank, and hopefully we can get the F out of Bend. All right, we'll see. Good, this will be mint. Finally made it out of Bend. Knock on wood, it doesn't screw up again anytime soon. We're actually still running on the original tank because we want to try to burn up whatever fuel is in there. The hose that I have in there is about halfway down, so I figured we got about 50 to 60 miles. This is a hose about halfway down, and then we'll swap over to the other tank. But finally out of Bend. We're cruising. That's all this rusty fuel. Rusty fuel. So we're just swapping fuel tanks here. Finally attaching another one. We wanted to use up as much fuel as we could out of that other one before we swapped, which means less to drain. But obviously, with that amount of rust in the thing, I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. Burns, Oregon. 134 miles. Weather got really nasty last night. Super rainy, super cold, super windy. And I have about 0 brakes and 0 headlights. And the alternator belt wants to escape the truck. So we got to address that. And it snowed. It's a good thing we didn't go over the pass last night. No brakes, no headlights, snow. That would have been bad. Hit it again? I think we got it. What did they say about it raining and snowing here?
It almost never does it.
Almost never does it.
It almost never rains, and it almost never snows.
And what did it do the whole time we were here?
Well, it's rained the whole time almost, and we woke up to snow. It was cold.
It's really cold.
It's cold.
Oh, by the way, sorry. Sorry. Just finished breakfast. Headed back to the truck and the hotel. Of course, it's snowing again. Makes for a good time working on trucks. Let's see how this goes. It's like turning into like a blizzard or something. It's great. It's fine. Everything is fine. Never rains, never snows. We didn't get any snow this year. Nothing. It only rains 15 days a year here. Oh, nothing in the front. I got a leak somewhere. All right, so there's a leak in the brakes somewhere. Hopefully it's something easy to fix. We're headed to the Nampa. I gotta look at this belt situation. You got a couple new belts, but it'll be a lot easier. It'll be a lot easier to do this in the Nampa parking lot where it's level. We're kind of at a hill now, so I can't really even adjust the brakes or anything like that. It's cold, really cold. So trying to adjust the brakes. These are not self-adjusting brakes. It's probably been about 100 years since they've been adjusted, and it means there's a ton of travel with these brakes. I think that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna back that off. So I just ran them up tight, and now I'm backing it off a little bit. Okay, that rolls. I backed that off a little bit more because I still adjusted it a ton. Okay, so that's one wheel done. Number two. Alright, so we're still in Burns. Finally stopped snowing. We just hit the Nampa. Bought a headlight, tail light, some new belts, because eventually the alternator belt is probably going to blow off this thing. The corrosion on the pulley on the alternator from sitting is slowly chewing its way through the belt. I can't talk because I'm so cold. It's the sun's finally out. It stopped snowing, but it's still probably in the 20s. We adjusted the brakes, topped up the fluid on the master cylinder. The brakes are way better, so that's encouraging. There was no leaks. That's also encouraging. The truck is running great. Didn't use any oil at all, even though it's leaking a little bit, but still right on the full mark, so it obviously didn't leak much. So yeah, on our way to Nampa, Idaho, where my first legit check stop is, or checkpoint, where I have a friend that if the shit hits the fan, we can always dump it there and have it shipped from there. But come hell or high water, this thing is driving home. Even if this guy needs to fucking take a plane back. It's not like I have any fucking plans. I don't have a real job. Practically retired anyway.
Retired?
Me, yeah, I'm retired. This is my retirement gig.
I like that.
What 55 miles an hour looks like. An F250 4x4 that's shaped like a, I don't know, like a brick. So I sort of been playing with the speed here. I'm getting like a driveline vibration at like about 60 miles an hour. Turns out the sweet spot on this, exactly 55. 55 miles an hour is what this thing wants to do. Above that, driveline vibration. Below that, driveline vibration. This is one of those full-time, four-wheel drive trucks. So it's a little goofy. So it's going to take us a few minutes to cross the country at 55. About 60 hours. Is that what we calculated? 60 hours-ish? 55 miles an hour? 100 hours? 100 hours if we stop at every thrift store along the way. Beautiful country though. Can't complain about that. We're just about at the Idaho border. Just crossed into mountain time. Getting there. Eventually. Just a couple gas, get some Twizzlers, eat some Twizzlers, and readjusting the alternator belt, which is getting thinner by the minute. I anticipate it's probably going to get tossed off the next couple 100 miles. Thankfully, we bought two more. Journey of the Green Monster. Our first interstate. Just got on to I-84. Oregon welcomes you. Come back soon. Just about at the Idaho border. There we go, Idaho border. Woo! Only 723 more states to go. So we just stopped at my buddy's place in Nampa, Idaho, and that was like checkpoint number one basically for this trip, which is like a point where which I could bail out and decide if I didn't want to continue, but everything's good. So we're moving along. I don't know where we are. Are we outside of Boise already? Or I don't know. We're around Boise and headed to Pocutello for tonight. Just stopped to fill up again, and found out, or did the math, and this thing is getting 14.7 miles to the gallon at 55 miles an hour. 55 is the sweet spot for the driveline vibration that I've been getting, so no driveline vibration at 55. So we're keeping it at 55. I have no idea if it's like the full-time four-wheel drive situation or what. But either way, I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to keep it at 55 so I don't blow up this drivetrain. And yeah, we're pushing on to Pocutello. Did I already say that? I don't remember. Yeah, that's where we're at. It's cold as shit. We keep going through hail and snow, and then sun, and then snow, and then hail, a little bit of rain. What else?
Through hail or high water?
Through hail or high water. Did I say that right? So yeah, we're just gonna hit it. I adjusted the belt for the 15th time on the alternator. Nice and skinny now. So I'm hoping that the belt lasts until Pocutello. Then I'll swap it out. It may not. I may have to swap it out the next fuel stop, which will be in about, I'm guessing 180 miles-ish for that tank. So yeah, keep on keeping on. Of the view from the Sinclair. Speaking of Sinclair, recently on Facebook Marketplace was one of these dinosaurs, and like an idiot I passed on it. They only wanted $500. I don't know what I was thinking, but I blew it because I could have had one of these in my front yard. Maybe next time. The speedometer is very optimistic. It says 62, but right at 56 miles an hour, according to the GPS. I'm hovering right in the no vibration zone. The speed limit on this part of 84 is 80 miles an hour. I'm going 56. Which means the people that are behind me are very excited. That guy was excited about this truck. super windy, so you're probably having a hard time hearing me, but just stopped for fuel, readjust this belt to the last of its ability to adjust. I don't know if you can see that. It's right at the end. So that thing's about 2 seconds from flying off. You can see how thin the thing is. So yeah, we have about 80 miles to go before we stop for the night. I just readjusted the headlamps. So yeah, fingers crossed. We should make it. So we're stuck on the side of the road. Just died. Pretty sure it's just because it's not charging. Actually, no, it's not. It's because we're not charging. I think it's either A, if something went bad in the alternator, or B, the belt is too small or slipping and not grabbing enough to get any traction on the alternator. It wasn't squealing, which is interesting. Loosen that one up a little bit more. But I don't know, we have a new belt. I'm going to throw a new belt on there. We have a jump pack. Hopefully it's enough to jump. And then we can hopefully be on our way again. Thankfully, we're not too far from the Loves that we just, the gas station, the 24-hour truck stop. Not that they would have any parts, but this is the place to be warm. Alright, so it's going to tighten up the other side.
You all set up there?
What?
Alright, go give it a shot. Oh, camera dead.
Running with our little jump pack. And it wasn't charging. I wiggled the wires. Now it's charging. Can't really tell what's going on. But this place is super cold. We're on the side of the highway. It's not the place to be diagnosing an alternator. So I think it's charging now. Double check. Seems pretty tight. I think we should probably just sit here and let it charge for a minute and then try it again. We pulled over because the belt was squealing like pretty much immediately. So I guess being that it still looks kind of tight, not super tight, but kind of tight, is that the battery is so dead that it was putting such a load on the alternator with all the headlights and the heater and everything running. So, and charging the battery. So, I think we just pulled off in a rest area, like 10 miles down the road. I think we're just gonna chill out here for like 10 minutes and charge the battery and then check it again. We rolled in pretty late last night, around 11:30. We're in Pocutello, Idaho, so we made it. We were both pretty beat, so I didn't do any filming last night, but here we are in the wonderful parking lot of the Super 8 in Pocutello, Idaho. Nice view though. Good mountains. Got some snow up on top. Still oil in it. It really hasn't used much, a tiny bit, which is amazing considering how much oil is on the ground. Maybe it's making oil. We got to sort out this charging thing. The belt is still tight, but it's intermittently charging on and off, so we're going to look into that. I have a loose bolt down at the bottom of the alternator bracket, which is seemingly sort of tight at the moment, so I'm going to leave it. So yeah, let's see if this thing fires up and can get into the charging system. I want to head to the parts store, grab a voltage gauge, so we can see what's happening like in real time. But that's where we're at. So yeah, looking this thing over this morning. Got a wheel cylinder leaking. That's fun. Hopefully it doesn't get worse. Keep an eye on that. Let's see how it goes. Might have to ether it again. That battery is low. Hold on one second. Let me just try one more time. Oh, yeah, battery's dead. I gotta try. You get the jump pack.
Yeah.
Good start to the day. Barely turning over. We got the jump pack on it.
Shot.
Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Black to red, red to black.
Black on black, red on red, yeah.
Start your car up?
Yes, sir. Oh, dude, thank you so much. Conley. Conley and Craigie.
Peter.
Nice to meet you guys. You want me to spray anything? Yeah. Yeah.
Just for 1 second, let me just double check it's charging. I messed with the alternator first thing this morning. I don't know, man.
You got 12?
It's got 12, and it should be like 14. It's not charging at all. Huh.
It's going down.
Yeah, it's because it's using power.
Want to try to head to the auto parts store?
Yeah, hold on a second. Put it out, leave that on the ground. Yeah, it's putting out. It's just not getting. The alternator works. It's like the voltage regulator or something like that. It's not getting. It's not seeing the voltage. It's got to be something in the wiring. So we're in the Nampa parking lot again. Second undo. Could not get the alternator to charge, so I'm swapping it out. I'm swapping everything out. I just bought everything. I bought a new alternator, bought a new voltage regulator. They didn't have any of the new fangled one-wire fancy ones. They just have stock replacements. So just swapping it out with some OEM stuff. Hopefully that fixes it. Hopefully it's not something in the weird wiring or whatever. But being that it was charging last night, not charging this morning, and then charging again, and then not charging, probably using the voltage regulator or something. But I don't know. You'd think I would do like a proper diagnosis, but why not just spend more money? So that's what we're doing. Small. What's that? So thankfully, the dude at the coffee shop we couldn't get this thing started, and the dude at the coffee shop that we went to, because I'm a coffee snob, I had to get my cappuccino for the day. The dude who totally hooked us up with by giving us a jump, so we were able to get over to Nampa. That kid rules. It's nice when people step up to help you out. Capture. Get that PV buster. It's frozen in the alternator. Bolt shank is frozen in the aluminum of the alternator. It'll take a little persuasion to get that out. I don't see anything totally bad on this one. Underneath, the resistors look good. Without opening it up. Why bother diagnosing when you just spend money? Replace it. Let's replace everything. Alright, read me the manufacturer's opinion and tell me how to do this. Okay, well we're in. All we gotta do is hopefully that it starts. We have enough charge to start the thing. And let's tighten this thing back on. Maybe a ½ inch. Tightening this really crappy connection. Alright. Moment of truth. Alright, where's my voltage? Alright, started it. Let's see if it actually goes. Belt is okay, let me just double check that belt. Still not charging. What the fuck? not charging. So the battery is too low to trigger the voltage regulator to work, according to the interwebs. So you know, I'm just dumbing my way through this thing here. Most of the time I just put one wire alternators on everything I own. So this voltage regulator thing, I'm really rusty on it. And most of my experience is with big diesel trucks anyway, and they don't have that crap. So anyway, we're just trying to figure this out, but I guess according to the interwebs, when the battery voltage is low, it won't trigger the voltage regulator to charge. So we have to figure out how to trigger the voltage regulator, or trip the voltage regulator to start charging, or like fake it basically. So that's what we're trying to figure out. Everything's fine. No, it's not charging. It's gotta be a bad wire. Round 623 of this charging system fiasco. Nampa had the original, the OG alternator and voltage regulator. Still is not charging. They did not stock a one-wire GM style alternator. So I went to O'Reilly's down the street and I'm swapping it out with a one-wire alternator. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with these things. I've always been terrible at diagnosing voltage regulators ever since I was a kid. So I'm just not even going to bother. We got too many miles to go. I can't sit here and try to diagnose it. I just want to check the alignment on this thing real quick. So what was I saying? This is going to be a problem. I'm going to have to find a spacer or something for that. Shitload of washers. Other than that, the spacing's right. So what was I saying? I didn't know shit about shit.
You were going to walk me through how many voltage regulators you diagnosed since you were a child.
Enough that I should know better. Enough that I should know better. It's just been a long, long time since I've had to deal with a voltage regulator. I've always hated them. They're super finicky. They either work forever and you never have to touch them, or they're majorly problematic. Either way, I wanted to get rid of it in the first place. Nampa didn't have what I needed. O'Reilly's did. Thankfully, they're just down the street. So I'm swapping it out. Because screw this. Screw these stupid voltage regulators. And I'm not going to sit here and diagnose the wiring to this voltage regulator. I'm just going to eliminate it all and be done with it. So I'm trying to wire in this stupid Delco, which is GM alternator. It's one wire alternator, and of course the bracket ain't the same. So I'm just trying to make it work here, which is a good time, because we got to space it out with all these washers and whatnot. Washer that's too big, lock washer that's the right size, nut that's the right size. All right, so where were we? So we got to run a ground, we got to run the hot lead. So I'm gonna check what I got for wire. Nope, other bag. Oh wait, here we go. Just some wire. All right, so green, that's positive, right? These might do it. It's pretty substantial. What I got in here? Some heavier duty red. It's a little thinner than that. I think I got some heavier terminals in here. I'm going to use the green because it's heavier than the red. So that'll do for that. So that is for the battery. I'm going to run a short ground. Why not red for ground? That'll work. That thing needs to see voltage at one of those little terminals in the back. That's not a true one wire. So once there's like some plugs in the back, and I forget what they're called because I'm an idiot and can't think straight right now. So it's gonna want to see some voltage, so we gotta plug some shit in the back of that too. So I'm gonna leave this here for a minute, and yeah, we're gonna have to wire that crap in too. So let's get at it. This is a pretty hack job. I wouldn't. Oh, it's a nut trick. 10 millimeter? Do I have a 10? Actually, no. I have it in the socket set. I do have. I'll be right back. I forgot that the socket set that I brought along had metrics in it. So this is gonna go to there. So cut that. I'll run the ground with my red wire, because why not? This is a low budget operation. We don't want to use, keep going back to the store. That goes there. So like an idiot, I ended up cutting the wire too short, assuming that I had another terminal to go to there, but I didn't. I didn't bring more of them, so I'm running it to a different spot. Then I had to butt connect the wire to make it reach. Just like it says in the beginning of my videos, do not do what I do, because it's dumb. And I already screwed this one up. I should have doubled it up. So we got it running. It's charging. I followed the diagram loosely. Caveat, I don't know shit about charging systems. I should know more, but you know, whatever. I always just dumb my way through it. Success by brute force is usually what I say. But anyway, so what we have now is the truck won't shut off because it's back feeding from the exciter wire to the coil, which is like, it just says to plug it into key power. And all the diagrams mention a diode. This thing needs a diode, so the diode prevents, it's basically like a one-way valve. So voltage can go one way, but not the other. So yeah, we can put in a, I don't know, there's some wiring diagrams that say you can put like a light bulb in it to act like a resistor or something like that. I guess I can go back in and try both ways. I don't think that they have like a diode on the shelf. I'm pretty sure. I've never seen that. So I think what I'm going to do is just try to wire in a light bulb and see if that does it. So that'll be the first step. So the normally this would have a charge indicator in the dash, but since nothing is working on the dashboard of this thing, I'm adding a light bulb as a resistor. Fingers crossed that actually is enough resistance to get this thing to shut off, because right now it's with no resistance, it's not shutting off because basically the alternator is just back feeding to the coil and it's not shutting the engine off. So I'm sticking this light bulb in there. As far as I know, it is not going to light up. It is just going to act like a resistor to prevent voltage from back feeding into the ignition circuit. Theoretically, that should work. Hopefully, it does not die or kill the battery while it sits and cause a draw. You know, this stuff can be kind of a pain in the ass when you're stuck on the side of the road. You gotta get going, you get a little stressed out about it, you're not thinking straight. It's a lot easier to just think about it when you're sitting in a garage, but when you're in an O'Reilly's parking lot, it's a lot different. It's all fun and games until you're stuck in an O'Reilly's parking lot. 2,600 miles from home. Well, 1430 volts. It's a beautiful thing. You know what time it is? No, it's time to hit the fucking road. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, so we're finally back on the road, headed to Gillette. I don't know why I'm yelling. Maybe because I'm excited that I'm actually driving again. I don't know. Yeah, that was a little bit of a pain in the ass, but we nailed it. we got it done. That was stupid. Yeah, we got it done. Got the thing charging again. Figured it out. I don't know. I guess brute forced our way through it. Plan is to get to Gillette, Wyoming tonight. That is my second checkpoint in this trip, my second bailout point, where I can ditch the truck in case things go really south. So that's 557 miles from here. 8 or 9 hours of driving. So yeah, we just got pulled over for no front license plate. It has the Oregon license plate on the front, and we couldn't get it off. I don't have like a drill or a thing to cut the bolts off of. So the guy pulled us over because I have an Oregon plate in the front. Sure. Now he's running the drug dog. Welcome to Idaho. Don't scratch it. I don't know, it's running now. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Gas tank, maybe.
Maybe? Not sure. Maybe they stuck something in the gas tank?
Walk me through this one.
All right, so we just cruised through Soda Springs, Idaho. Way out of the way. Soda Springs, Idaho. Cops everywhere. Multiple state troopers, regular town police, sheriffs. Of course, we were getting eyeballed the whole time. Going the speed limit, Sure enough, right as we're getting out of town, woo, guys behind us. Pulls us over, checks our shit, everything checks out, says, can I bring the drug dog out just to do a quick search, just for practice? Sure, the dog can do a walk around. Don't scratch the paint. Dog alerts to drugs, of course. So I didn't see the dog alert. I guess I don't know what alerted dog. I figured the thing would bark or something, but no barking. So we get detained in the back of the cruisers. There's multiple cruisers at this point. Separated, detained. While they were searching all our stuff, maybe I shouldn't have agreed to a search, but they're searching all our stuff. Well, I got nothing on me, you know? So, of course they find nothing. They let us go. They say the reason why they wanted to search us is because this is a major drug corridor. Apparently, Soda Springs, Idaho, heading into Wyoming is a major drug corridor for fentanyl, heroin, cocaine. What else did he say? Meth. Whatever. Apparently, we look like meth heads driving a lime green Highboy. So that just happened. Whatever. We let go. We let go. Of course, the thing died 2 seconds down the road because it was out of lean. It probably started sucking air. Good times. I knew I was going to get pulled over. I just knew it. You get that feeling that you're going to get pulled over. Whatever. Recording just because I'm sure the sound is bad because there's a lot of shit in here, but oh, a turn's coming up. Hold please.
Is this it? Of course it's a turn in the middle of the fucking road. Oh jeez. This is like a smaller road. Turn right. I would stop and check, but there's no service. I didn't bring a map. I was gonna bring my Ray McNally, and I didn't bring that either.
Oh jeez.
Maybe the Jackson Hole would have been the fucking safer play.
Anyway, as I was saying, fuck. We are in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there is nothing out here. Oh wait, we need to point out, this is central Wyoming, or still in Western Wyoming.
Yeah.
Still in Western Wyoming. Kind of crossing diagonally on our way to Gillette. Oh, we got a town, Fontanelle, 8 miles.
No, that's 8 people who live
Oh, 8 people. 8 people.
Ever.
8 people ever live there. But yeah, I don't know if I'm ridiculously stupid for doing this or just ballsy as heck. But we are now even on a smaller road in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of western / central Wyoming.
On the California Trail, supposedly.
On the California Trail, wherever that is. But this is the road we're currently on. This tiny little back road. We haven't seen a town for miles. Very, very few cars. Oh geez. That's the road.
How many miles do you think that is?
It's gotta be 5 miles away. So that's where we're at. Anything ahead?
It's the open road.
The open road, open country.
Not for the faint of heart.
Definitely not for the faint of heart. Not in this old world. Hey, at least there's no cops out here. Anyway, I'm going to set this on the dash so you can just enjoy this view for a minute. If I can get this thing to set up here. There you go. It is beautiful. Did I say that?
Oh, absolutely.
It is absolutely beautiful.
It hasn't been ruined by man yet.
It is stunning and terrifying all at once.
Yeah, I don't know if it's scary during the daylight or during the dark.
I don't know. We're going to be driving in the dark pretty soon. We've got still 6 hours to go before we get to Gillette. So it's going to be a solid 5 hours anyway in the dark out here. So that's fine.
Hand in the wind.
Being in the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we made it to Farson, Wyoming, which is legitimately in the middle of nowhere. This is the only gas station that's open. For a very long ways. There's a whole lot of nothing that way, which is the way we're going. There's a whole lot of nothing, which is the way we came from. There's a whole lot of nothing going that way. And going that way, there's a whole lot of nothing all the way to Rock Springs. Just stopped, gassed up, double check the charging system. The light bulb is still lit, we're good. Fired right up, check the voltage. We're still good, right at 14 volts. Might be a little bit high, but I'm going to live with it. So yeah, we're gonna keep on pushing on through the night. We still have about 5 hours, 5.5 hours of driving to do. We kill this. We still have about 5.5 hours of driving to do. We're going to try to make it to Gillette tonight. And basically we're going to be crossing all of Wyoming in the middle of the night. Which is kind of too bad because Wyoming is a really beautiful state. Very stark and serene and a whole lot of nothing. But it's really beautiful. It's kind of a bummer that we're going through it at night, but we got to get there. We got to put some miles in. We lost a lot of time today. Oh, we're at the top. We're not at the top. Or maybe we are. I don't know. Next 4 miles, downgrade. Weird. I don't know, man. No signs, nothing. We got to be at fucking 10,000 feet. Right?
They would have given us a nice marker.
What'd you say?
They would have given us a nice elevation marker.
I know. What the fuck? No payoff. All that climbing. Larson, Wyoming. 10:30 at night. Pretty sleepy town. Show me those. Straight ahead.
Straight onto East E Street.
Yep. That is. I got us an Airbnb at this fucking garage right here. Yeah, absolutely does. Definitely.
Okay.
There's just a big, What were you talking about? That one or that one?
I thought that one.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. Wonderful.
Well, we stopped in Casper, didn't make it to Gillette. I just couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. So we grabbed a room in Casper. We're 2 hours from Gillette. So yeah, I'm just gonna hit it hard tomorrow. That's all I got. Well, we made it to Casper, Wyoming. I have no idea how many miles it is from Pocutello, where we started. Yesterday was a very long day, dealing with all our charging issues, having to get jump started, multiple charging systems, getting detained by the police due to suspected drug trafficking in a lime green 1975 Ford Highboy. Definitely something a drug mule would do, drive this thing. Doesn't stand out at all. And then driving across the high plains in the middle of nowhere, probably the most desolate road I've ever been on. I've been to some pretty desolate places, but not much compares to central Wyoming. So yeah, we rolled in about 1:30. We're on our way to Gillette. Got a couple things we got to do to the truck first. Craigie's working on the blower motor. That thing started making some noise last night. Some sort of acorn got stuck in the motor last night. Kind of need heat. It's still pretty cold here. There was snow on the ground this morning. I got to. I want to wire in I bought a voltage gauge, so I can actually tell if it's charging or not. Because now that I'm super paranoid that it's not going to be charging, so I bought a volt gauge to throw in a dash. None of the gauges work on this thing except for the speedometer and thankfully the odometer. So I'm gonna put that voltage gauge in, check all the fluids, make sure everything's good, or good enough, and yeah, keep on trucking. So the goal today is Gillette, Wyoming, to visit a buddy of mine, grab some parts that he has for me, and then due east from there on out. It's 2 hours, 2.5 hours ish to Gillette. Gonna do some hanging out and then due east from there. Just looking at this thing over here. We had a little bit of a stumble last night when we were driving. I don't know, it was like an intermittent hiccup. Happened a few times. I'm not sure what that is. I don't see anything super apparent. I don't see any loose wires or anything. No loose ignition wires. I'm gonna pop the cap on this distributor real quick. Just make sure everything's good there. Other than that, things are looking pretty good. Hoping there's no surprises in here. Everything looks good. Ooh, that might have been it. That just popped right out. I bet you that was our problem. Wicked half-assing this volt gauge in here. I'm pretty confident it's going to stay charging, but it's literally just peace of mind for me. Because now I'm hyper paranoid that it's going to crap out. So I'm throwing this in here. It's always kind of weird to me, to drive something without dash lights. I don't know why. I'm so used to dash lights that when you don't have any, it's just kind of unsettling in a weird way. Maybe nothing to look at or whatever. So this is positive. I'll run this down to the fuse panel somewhere. You know, this is the point at which someone might say, well, why don't you just butt connect it to the thing that's already screwed in? I'm like, that's a great idea. I'm glad you thought of it. All right, I'll be around. Get a butt connector. was thinking about this as we were crossing the super desolate high plains last night. We spoke to a guy at a camera store this morning in Casper. People that know me know that I dabble in photography a little bit here and there. But I was talking about how desolate it was, and he actually said that by law, if you're stranded or you see someone stranded, you have to stop for them. With the caveat being that generally it's more about weather. Like if the weather is bad, they'll stop. But nonetheless, if you're broken down in the middle of nowhere out in Wyoming, there's a good chance somebody's going to stop and help you out. Good to know, especially considering we're in the middle of nowhere right now. Knock on wood, things go as planned. Because there ain't much going on here.
Just because there's so many trees and mountains and, you know, like,
Man, we had a horrible winter.
Driving a truck across the country that's been sitting for years isn't hard enough with all the work you got to do to it. I got to make it harder and buy a trailer to tow back as well. And it ain't just any trailer, it's that trailer. So we're finally on our way out of Gillette. Had some good times with my buddy. Hooked us up with this trailer. So we're all gassed up, ready to go. Got some decent caffeine for the ride. It's gonna be another late night. We'll see how far we get. So we are in Rapid City. We decided to stop here for the night to get a good night's sleep because I really needed it. At the moment, I lost my sandpaper. So as soon as we got off the highway last night, it immediately stopped charging, and the belt was just super loose. I'm really sick and tired of tightening this belt, and we're on the second belt already, and it's quickly chewing through that belt. So I'm going to try to sand the pulleys down a little bit, see if I can get some of that rust off, and hopefully we won't be going through so much, going through the belt so quickly, because at this pace we're going to be 3 or 4 belts in before we get home. So the plan today is we're going to try to get to the other side of Iowa, maybe even make it to Illinois. We're going to do a long day. Most of our days have been broken up by repairs or grabbing trailers and hanging out with friends, and more repairs. So I think things are pretty good right now. So we're just going to try to really get some miles in, as many as you can at 55 miles an hour. I honestly don't know if this is going to do anything, but it makes me feel better. That pulley is really, really, really rough. It's really rough. As the trip gets on, we just get more worn down, and we're just going to be like, ugh, not even talking, and just be like, fuck you. Get that camera away from me. This is where we are. If you don't like it, fuck off. You all might have asked the question, why didn't he do this first? Because this is the least of our problems with this fucking rig. We are unfortunately also on a schedule. I gotta be back. Gotta get some miles in, gotta get home. Gotta get this thing back. When I looked this morning, we still had 1,900 miles to go. Or it's a long ways. The time is now 11:02. We are finally leaving Rapid City, South Dakota. Is that where we are? Rapid City, South Dakota. Sometimes it's harder to get out of town than usual. It's also harder to find a coffee shop that's decent, that's open on Easter. A lot of places are closed. Apparently I'm a heathen and don't think of these things. Whatever, we're on the way. We almost ran out of gas in the drive-thru of the coffee shop that we did find open. That was fun. I completely forgot that towing a trailer really cuts into your gas mileage. Not that we were getting good gas mileage at 14.5, I mean pretty good for this thing, 14.5-ish, depending on the hills. Now we are down to 11 miles per gallon with the trailer. So that makes us at like a 110 mile range-ish. Yeah, give or take. With the fuel capacity that we have now. I'm going to take a look at the next, when I get the next fuel stop, I'm going to take a quick look at the pickup tube situation in that fuel tank. See if I can squeeze a few more gallons out of that tank. I think the hose is kind of curled up a little bit at the bottom. See if I can get it down to the bottom of the tank. Get us a few more miles out of that tank. Get us a little bit more distance between fuel stops. We do have a 5-gallon gas can, which is what saved us in the coffee shop. You know, as just in case. But so yeah, we got 332 miles to Sioux City. Direct shot on Route 90. 55-ish miles an hour, 55 to 58 miles an hour, depending. No, is there a second one of these? Or just the one?
No, I just had that other one in my hand.
Okay.
Well, it's not the same size, but. This is the goodie box. With things that I've been collecting.
Might work too. This has plastic on it. I don't know if that's good. I don't want it to dissolve in the gas. So, alright.
Walk me through it.
Alright, so I'm trying to extend my fuel distance, capacity thing, whatever it is. The hose is a little bit funky. Is that the right way? Yeah. I'm pretty sure the hose is curled up like this and off the bottom. So I want to stick something on the hose to weight it down so that it's sitting right on the bottom of the tank so we can utilize the full amount of the tank. This thing's kind of rusty. I don't know what. Fuck it, it's filtered. Let's do this. So we found these random bits in the truck. Big nut and this cast iron union. So hoping that's enough to keep it on the bottom. Now I'm using my very, very sharp knife. It's really, really sharp. You gotta be careful. Very sharp, as I said. It's very sharp. I definitely haven't used this to scrape things and use it as a screwdriver. There it is. All right. Is it gonna fall off? Oh, that'll be all right. Oh yeah, right on the bottom. Sweet. Turn that back in there. Yeah, you can just see the pipe on the bottom now. Is it me or is it just all of
Is that where I took the photos that last time? My favorite photo from last year?
I think it is.
With the two chairs by the old,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, right across from Sinclair.
Yeah, so we've been here before.
That's crazy.
How does that happen? There's like
I don't know.
a million gas stations.
I wouldn't even notice if you just said until you said something.
Yeah. So, man, this looks really familiar.
One of my favorite photos from the last
Yeah.
So we made a slight diversion to wall drug. I've never been, but of course it's Easter, which I forgot about yet again. So everything's closed, but it gives me a good opportunity to stop and see if I can figure out why I'm getting the intermittent hiccup again. It just sort of stumbles just for like a second. The last time, I mean, this coil wire came right out. It was just like, it just barely stuck in there. So, and it was a little loose, but not crazy, you know. So I'm just kind of spreading the terminal a little bit to tighten it up. See if that fixes it. See if I can also stab myself in the process. That might be too wide. Let's try this again. But as you can see, wall drug, pretty much a ghost town. It's probably also a good time to repair the seat, because this thing is very rapidly falling apart. Foam was crap anyway. At least this will keep the foam somewhat in it. Seems like every time I get out of the thing, more foam falls off. Mint. that broken bolt back in there. There you go. I think we're good to go. So where are we? Mo Valley?
Yeah.
According to the locals. Missouri Valley, Iowa. Things are running great. No problems. Stopping in Des Moines for exhaust donut. More just as a just in case. This exhaust donut is starting to blow out. I'm starting to smell exhaust in the cab. A lot of times with those, the problem is if you open it up, you have to replace the gasket. The donut thing that goes in there, because as soon as you open it up, a lot of times they just fall apart. So it's sort of working now. I'm gonna go buy a new one, but there's a million different sizes. I'm hoping that the one I ordered is the right one. So just to have on hand in case that one just completely blows out, it'll have something in the cab to throw in there. But right now it's not that bad. We're only getting mildly asphyxiated. So we're just gonna run it. Where are we headed to tonight? Home? I don't know. I'm gonna try to get to Ohio tonight. I think I previously said I wanted to get to Illinois yesterday, but that was obviously a stupid lofty goal that was never going to happen. So we're going to cross Iowa today and Illinois, and hopefully get to Ohio by tonight, and then home by tomorrow is the plan. A lot of trucking. It's a lot of trucking.
Just water.
I think it's just got a cold water leak, meaning that when it gets cold out, everything shrinks or loosens up. So it's just leaking from the radiator hose. Just giving it a little cinch. It's actually pretty tight. Hoping that does it. Got a new hat, got a new horseshoe. Trip is complete. So yeah, back on the road, and no more antique stores because we're gonna run out of space. Not all parts stores are equal. Came here to grab the exhaust part, which they neglected to ship in for whatever reason, so they didn't have it, even though it's hours later than what they said. the arrival time was. I was investigating the lack of hazards on this thing, seeing where the other flasher was for the hazards, and I noticed that the brake switch was not working. So at least they had a brake switch, but it took them a very, very, very long time to find it. But they had it. So where the hell are we? Clive, Iowa. Get this thing in, and we're back on the road. World's largest truck stop. Highway 80. Just passed through world's biggest truck stop. Place is great. Been there before. Craigie's never been there, so it was a new experience for him. Loved it. Who doesn't love it? You can get anything there. It's amazing. What was that? Walcott, Iowa. We're right on the Illinois line. So we decided to basically push on as long as we can go for, which is I don't know, hopefully we can make it to Chicago or maybe the other side of Ohio before we crash. But if we can get to put another 500 or 600 miles in by tonight, which would be a stretch, but it'd be awesome, that'd be great. The plan is to be home in 24 hours. That's the plan. See how we can see what we do. Very good. just crossed into the Eastern time zone. Oh, I was hoping we'd go through Chicago, but I forgot when you come at it from the Iowa, Indiana side on 80, you don't go through Chicago. You only hit it when you go through Minnesota. So no Chicago for you. But you get the lovely Indiana Thruway, or whatever this thing is. Just in time to see us crossing into Indiana. Nice. Woo! Only 900 more miles to go. And 723 fill-ups. Drive straight through the night. I can barely talk because my mouth is frozen. It's very, very cold. And our blower motor decided to crap out. We decided to drive straight through the night because when I paused to get some sleep at a rest area, just kind of crash out for a couple hours in the truck, the blower motor decided to die. I was just going to leave the truck idling and keep it warm. Decided to die in a pretty horrific, loud, obnoxious way, and so we shut the truck off and we started to freeze to death. So started driving again, and now we are in middle of nowhere, Ohio land, messing with our heater blow motor thing, and yeah, it's 25 degrees and they're cutting grass and there's snow predicted and it's snowing back home and we have 700 miles to go with no heat. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, and the truck just didn't really want to start. It's fine. Did I mention it's 25 degrees? It'll be spring eventually, I swear.
second to last fuel stop. 446 miles to go. I can't believe it. We are almost there. Just have to cross the rest of New York, which is substantial.
And then Vermont.
And then Vermont.
And then
And then the rest of New Hampshire. But we're almost there.
we're done.
This is our last fill up. We were pretty close to the Vermont border. I don't know, 40 miles or so from the Vermont border. New York is a really big state. There was some other stuff I wanted to say, but I literally can't remember because I'm so tired. It's been a very long last 30 hours of driving between 52 and 55 miles an hour. 42 hours? Something like that. It feels really good to fill this thing up for the last time. Okay.
They're happy for us.
They're happy for us. Well, I might have made it, but we would be cutting it close. There's a lot of climbing on those back roads, which uses up a lot of gas in this thing. So we're just topping it up. Oh, you fucking got me.
Where are we?
Fucking New Hampshire. Finally, in fucking New Hampshire. Just crossed over the New Hampshire border. It is like, I don't know what time it is. Like 1 in the morning. It's a good feeling.
Here we are.
We made it.
New Hampshire. 3,500 miles.
Well, it made it. 3,500 miles, give or take, all the way from Bend, Oregon to southern New Hampshire. This thing hadn't been officially on the road since 2006, 20 years ago. It's officially back on the road now. What an epic, epic trip. Saw some amazing country, met some really amazing people. I'm going to keep this brief, so I'm just going to do a quick shout out to some of the people that helped us along the way. There's a bunch, so I had to write it down. Jaden, thanks again. Hooked us up by picking us up at the airport, getting some parts for me, getting the tires done. Huge help. Quentin at the O'Reillys in Bend, dude, it was amazing. Totally helped us out. Dan from Binder Boneyard, you stopped when we were 10 miles outside of Bend, stuck on the side of the road. Not that many people actually stop these days. Huge. That was huge. Thanks for stopping and offering your help. Ted at the Nampa in Bend, thanks for putting up with my shenanigans and hooking us up with some parts. And you didn't think we'd make it, but here we are. Java Coffee in Burns, Oregon. Stellar coffee, stellar breakfast. Thank you so much. The Nampa and the O'Reillys in Pocutello. You guys put up with us in and out of your store, tearing this thing apart in the parking lot. Huge help. Thank you. Of course, Conley and crew at Glean Coffee. Huge thank you for helping us out, giving us a jump, and amazing coffee. My friend Nick and his family for the support and obviously offering a bailout point. Huge help. Gene and Irene and Gillette, thanks so much for the company. Thanks so much for letting us work in your driveway. Thanks so much for the help, the tools, storing the trailer, storing other parts. Amazing. Thank you. Craigie, of course, dude, coming along on this crazy adventure. Totally willing to be down for whatever happens. You'd be stuck on the side of the road, you wouldn't care. And last but never least, my lovely bride for helping us out with some logistics, staying up late, getting us hotels in the middle of the night. Couldn't have done it without you. I love you. Appreciate you all. Thanks for watching. And you know those buttons, you know what to do with those things. Whatever. Until next time.
Recent news has been a large uptick of East Coast flatlanders buying cold, hard American steel, taking it from the West Coast and importing and impregnating the East Coast with these fine specimens without their rust, with their patina, their beautiful paint. This is American ingenuity at its best, folks. We're coming to you live again from Gillette, Wyoming. Just in case that word sounds familiar to you, because we've been here for a while. Not a long time, but not a short time. And why is that? Because our good friend Gene and Irene not only stored this beautiful specimen for us, but this is the second time now that we have procured American machinery. Craftsmanship at its best, folks, at its finest. But today, we're making an exception for two wonderful people from the East Coast. Two young fellas. I said it, they're young, they look good, they've got their looks and their wits about them. But we're gonna allow them to go back to the great state of New Hampshire, because you know what? A place like this is special. A truck like this deserves to be appreciated by the next generation of working class, hard, loving, living people like ourselves. So don't forget, Gillette, be kind, be careful, stay safe.